Hi friends, welcome to classes by Lab Doctor. I'm Dr. Divya and in today's class let us see on a whole how do we interpret a semen analysis report. हमने हर एक पैरामीटर के बारे में सेपरेट वीडियोस बनाए हैं जिसमें हमने डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया है कि कौन से पैरामीटर का क्या मतलब है, उसका नॉर्मल रेंजेस क्या है, ज़्यादा कब हो जाता है, कम कब हो जाता है, फर्टिलिटी में उसका इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है, उसको ठीक कैसे किया जाता है. तो एवरी पैरामीटर वी हैव डन अ सेपरेट वीडियो, आप रेफर कर सकते हो. दिस इज जस्ट टू कंबाइन ऑल दोस पैरामीटर्स एंड गिव यू एन ओवरऑल सेमेन रिपोर्ट एनालिसिस कैसे करते हैं सो दैट यू कैन इंटरप्रेट इट with clinical correlation and other findings in the benefit of the patient. So ये थोड़े पैरामीटर्स है which you will have to remember that these are the normal ranges. जैसे कि सेमेन वॉल्यूम मिनिमम कितना होना चाहिए 1.5 ml. स्पर्म कॉन्सेंट्रेशन पर ml में मिनिमम 15 मिलियन स्पर्म्स होने चाहिए. अगर टोटल स्पर्म्स में लेती हूँ पर इजैकुलेट को तो मिनिमम 39 मिलियन स्पर्म्स होने चाहिए. अगर प्रोग्रेसिव मोटिलिटी में देखती हूँ तो इट शुड बी मिनिमम 32% शुड बी प्रोग्रेसिवली मूविंग. एंड इफ आई टेक द टोटल मोटिलिटी दैट इज द प्रोग्रेसिव मोटिलिटी एज वेल एज द नॉन प्रोग्रेसिव तो मिनिमम देयर शुड बी 40%. vitality, the total amount of live sperms when we see it should be minimum 58%. Sperm morphology, at least 4% of the sperm should be normal. The pH we take it as more than or equal to 7.2 is normal, and the leukocyte count, that is the WBC in the semen, should be less than 1 million per ml. Now let us see about the pH. आपको पता है कि seminal pH जो होता है it can be anything more than or equal to 7.2. So suppose sometimes pH will be less than 7.2 आ जाता है. So this pH also is important because it will help in the sperm environment, sperm motility, movement, etc. In few conditions the sperm the semen pH might come less than 7.2. मतलब semen जो है काफी एसिडिक हो जाता है. कब एसिडिक हो जाता है? जब एसिडिक कंटेंट ज्यादा रहते हैं, जैसे कि प्रोस्टेट से सेक्रीशन ज्यादा हो रहा है या जो अल्कलाइन कम हो जाता है. अल्कलाइन कंटेंट कहाँ से आता है? सेमेनल वेसाइकल से. सो सेमेनल वेसाइकल ब्लॉक हो गया, इजैकुलेटरी डक्ट ब्लॉक हो गया, एब्सेंस ऑफ वैस डिफरेंस है, या तो प्रोस्टेटिक फ्लूइड ही ज्यादा हो रहा है. तो ऑल दिस कैन लीड टू एसिडिक सेमेन पीएच. अगर कंटेमिनेशन हो गया यूरिन के साथ वो भी एसिडिक पीएच को गिव राइज कर सकता है. समटाइम्स विल गेट अ वेरी हाई पीएच, बहुत ही अल्कलाइन हो सकता है. अगर कोई इन्फेक्शन हो या तो प्रोस्टेटाइटिस हो, एपिडिडाइमाइटिस हो, तो दैट टाइम समटाइम्स यू गेट वेरी हाई पीएच. इट इज नॉट मच ऑफ अ क्लिनिकल सिग्निफिकेंस. वी यूजुअली concentrate on less semen pH. Now the volume of the semen. So sometimes the volume of the semen is less than 1.5 ml. That is called as hypospermia. Then you have hyperspermia when it is more than 6 ml. And then there is aspermia. There is no semen only. Ejaculate, there it has no semen only. It's a dry ejaculate. Causes for low volume semen. It could be because there is a genetic abnormality. There is some genetic changes like cystic fibrosis, etc., which leads to the atresia of the ducts, etc. There might be scarring from the previous surgeries, etc. Suppose the ejaculatory duct is blocked because of stones or cysts, etc., or because of repeated urinary tract infection. यहाँ पे scarring हो गया है, obstruction हो गया है, semen आ ही नहीं पा रहा है. The quantity of semen is very very less. प्रोस्टेटाइटिस से, एपिडिडाइमाइटिस से. So sometimes when there is absence of seminal vesicle only, or absence of vas deferens only, or patient is having very low testosterone, patient is having he smokes a lot, he drinks a lot, because of all these lifestyle diseases, what happens, the semen quality or the quantity can vary, and it can become very less also. Now coming to the color of the semen. See, semen is usually whitish gray in color, and sometimes it becomes reddish in color, because suppose if there is a very high blood pressure, there might be rupture of blood vessels. If there is a vigorous sex or masturbation, then that might be blood vessel rupture. If there is a sexually transmitted infection, prostatitis हो, prostatic surgery या biopsy किया है, or there is a prostate cancer, testicular cancer, urethral cancer, the semen can have a reddish pink color. So these are the conditions. Sometimes the semen has a brownish color, like in case of prostatitis हो या तो prostatic biopsy हो या some kind of a testicular cancers etc. Sometimes the semen might appear a little blackish when there is a heavy metal poisoning etc. Sometimes the semen becomes yellow because of some infection like sexually transmitted infection, yeah, prostatitis etc. Sometimes if you have taken a B complex tablets, or if you have a jaundice also, the semen might sometime appears yellow in color. Sometimes the semen appears greenish in color in case of infection like prostatitis, or whenever there is a sexually transmitted infection. The next thing which we look for in semen analysis है liquefaction. जो नॉर्मल सेमेन है विद इन 30 मिनट्स उसको लिक्विफाई होना चाहिए. वो जो हार्ड रहेगा उसको सॉफ्ट होना चाहिए, वो पानी की तरह इट शुड बिकम लिक्विफाइड, क्योंकि जब वो लिक्विफाइड होगा तभी ही स्पर्म्स उसमें से मूव हो पाएंगे, हमको एनालिसिस करने को होगा. थोड़े कंडीशंस में क्या हो जाता है, ये सेमेन 30 मिनट्स होने के बावजूद वो लिक्विफिकेशन होता ही नहीं है. समटाइम्स इट माइट टेक अप टू 60 मिनट्स फॉर लिक्विफिकेशन. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज डिलेड लिक्विफिकेशन या इनकम्प्लीट लिक्विफिकेशन. सो इसका क्या कारण होता है, प्रोस्टेट में या सेमाइनल वेसाइकल में कोई डैमेज है, इन्फेक्शन है, इन्फ्लेमेशन है, ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन है, देन द लिक्विफैक्शन कैन ऑल्सो बी delayed. So next is the sperm viscosity. Sometimes we write viscosity increased, normal etc. Viscosity मतलब क्या है, कैसे जब हम एक सेमेन को हम ड्रॉप करेंगे एक ड्रॉपर से तो कितने इजीली वो फ्लो होता है. वो सजेस्ट दैट द सेमेन इज हैविंग इंक्रीज विस्कोसिटी विच कैन हैपन इन सर्टन इन्फ्लेमेशन, इन्फेक्शंस ऑफ द रिप्रोडक्टिव ट्रैक्ट, और देयर इज लो टेस्टोस्टेरोन लेवल, hormonal imbalances, certain medicines etc. can make the semen more viscous. So ये थे physical examination में हम देखते हैं. तो आप देखोगे वॉल्यूम कितना है, यहाँ पे कलर क्या है, टाइम ऑफ लिक्विफिकेशन कितना है, विस्कोसिटी कैसा है, इंक्रीज्ड बोला है. समटाइम्स हमने विस्कोसिटी को भी हम ग्रेड करते हैं +1 2 +3 प्लस ऐसे. पीएच कितना है, सो रेफरेंस रेंज यहाँ पे लिखा रहेगा. नाउ वी विल गो टू द माइक्रोस्कोपिक एग्जामिनेशन. अभी जब ये सभी लिक्विफैक्शन सभी हो गया तो हमने स्लाइड्स बना के अंडर द माइक्रोस्कोप जब हम देखेंगे तो वी विल सी फ्यू ऑफ द पैरामीटर्स, लाइक वी विल सी द स्पर्म काउंट कितना है, टोटल स्पर्म काउंट मतलब एंटायर इजैकुलेट में कितना है, मिनिमम ये 39 होना चाहिए. मोटिलिटी कैसा है, प्रोग्रेसिवली कितना मूव हो रहा है, स्लोली कितना मूव हो रहा है, नॉन प्रोग्रेसिव मतलब ये उस जगह से ही नहीं मूव हो रहा है, सिर्फ उसका टेल ही मूव हो रहा है. सो दोज आर नॉन प्रोग्रेसिव. और नॉन मोटाइल कितना है, नॉर्मल कितना होना चाहिए, एटलीस्ट 40% ऑफ द स्पर्म शुड बी मोबाइल. मॉर्फोलॉजी, नॉर्मल कितने हैं, एबनॉर्मेलिटीज ऑफ द हेड कितने हैं, एबनॉर्मेलिटीज ऑफ द टेल कितने हैं, साइटोप्लाज्मिक ड्रॉपलेट्स एक्सेट्रा हमको देखने को मिलता है क्या, दैट ऑल्सो वी कैन पुट इट अंडर द रिपोर्ट. सो नॉर्मली एटलीस्ट 4% ऑफ द cells should be normal. And then we also see अगर पस है क्या वहाँ पे semen में, whether there are RBCs we can see, whether there are immature germ cells which we can see, agglutination है क्या, we also sometimes mention semen fructose. So all these we will see under the माइक्रोस्कोपी. अजूस्पर्मिया क्या है, whenever there is no sperm, zero sperm in the semen, that is called as azoospermia. अभी ये क्यों होगा, one is there is some kind of an obstruction, and second there is no obstruction but still the sperms are not being able to be produced or whatever, and we are not able to find any sperms in the semen. So it is classified as non-obstructive and obstructive. Non-obstructive means क्रिप्टोर्किडिज्म, टेस्टिस में ही कुछ एबनॉर्मेलिटीज है, टेस्टिस में इन्फेक्शन हो गया बिकॉज ऑफ ऑर्काइटिस, टेस्टिस में बिकॉज ऑफ radiation, chemotherapy, infection, testosterone deficiency, all this might cause the testes not to produce the sperms. So that is called as non-obstructive azoospermia. Obstructive मतलब testis तो is producing sperms but the sperms are not able to come inside the urethra. There is an obstruction. There might be prior scrotal surgeries, or there might be a recurrent inguinal hernial repair, or there might be a pelvic or scrotal trauma, etc. One is oligospermia. यहाँ पे क्या है, सेमेन में स्पर्म तो है बट द स्पर्म क्वांटिटी इज लेस. मिनिमम 15 मिलियन होना चाहिए पर ml, बट हियर द स्पर्म्स आर लेस देन 15 मिलियन पर ml. तो किस कंडीशन में हो सकता है? आई हैव टोल्ड यू, लाइक सपोज इफ देयर इज अ जेनेटिक कंडीशन, लाइक पेशेंट इज हैविंग Klinefelter syndrome, or if he is having some cystic fibrosis etc., wherein the testis etc is not developed properly, then the patients can have less sperms in the semen. Or suppose if the patient is exposed to certain radiation, excessive heat, or heat producing gadgets etc., that can also produce decreased sperms. Certain lifestyle, that you are having a very poor diet, excessive alcohol consumption hai, excessive smoking hai, you are being overweight, depression, stressed, all this can cause less sperms in the semen. Now asthenozoospermia, astheno is weak. The sperms which are moving, they are having a very weak movement, so that is called as asthenozoospermia. Now why this can happen? Again because of certain lifestyle factor, excessive smoking, excessive drinking, unhealthy diet, lack of exercise. You are on certain medications like chemotherapy etc., which will affect the sperm motility. There is an infection in the seminal fluid or prostatic gland which is causing an obstruction, or there is varicocele, or there is a cystic fibrosis etc. Certain genetic abnormalities can cause decreased sperm motility, and as you age the sperm motility also decreases. But like there are certain other factors. Suppose if the semen is not liquefied properly, तो sperms मूव ही नहीं हो पाएंगे. अगर एंटी स्पर्म एंटीबॉडी है तो वो स्पर्म्स को मूव ही नहीं होने देंगे. अगर डिफेक्टिव स्टोरेज हो रहा है एपिडिडाइमिस में, देन ऑल्सो दिस विल कॉज asthenozoospermia. Next is teratozoospermia. So what is teratozoospermia? Teratozoospermia is the abnormal looking sperms are more. So जो normal looking sperms है, जिसका normal head है, mid piece है, tail है, वो बहुत ही कम रहते हैं. ज्यादा से ज्यादा 98-99% will be abnormal looking sperms. That is teratozoospermia. So this also can be because of certain genetic factors, or because of certain hormonal imbalance like testosterone and other sex hormone deficiencies, exposure to environmental toxins, lifestyle factors, medical treatments like chemotherapy etc., testicular problem like varicocele, testicular trauma, infection. All this can cause the defective morphology of the sperms, that is called as teratozoospermia. Then you have necrozoospermia. Majority of the sperms are dead. So I have told you, like when the sperms are showing very less motility, that time we do something called as the semen vitality test. We want to know the sperms which are not moving, are they actually dead, or they are just not moving because of certain defect in their flagella etc. So in the semen vitality test, we expect that at least 58% of the sperm should be live. So in necrozoospermia, what happens? More of the sperms are dead. So that can happen because of stress, because of consumption of alcohol, oncological treatments, urinary tract infection, hormonal disturbances, and long period of sexual abstinence. So this is what we have talked about now: the sperm count, the motility, and the morphology. Now let us see about the pus cells, the RBCs, the round cells, and agglutination. So round cells in general, when we see in the semen, it includes the germ cells as well as pus cells. It is little difficult to identify the germ cells and pus cells. We might need some special techniques like special stains etc. to clearly identify them. So pus cells around 4 to 5 pus cells per high power field are normal. But suppose if you are getting more than 1 million pus cell per ml of semen, that is abnormal. That is called as leukocytospermia, and that can happen in case of infection. I have told you, one is prostatitis, urethritis, etc. In case of an inflammation, autoimmune diseases. And certain times what happens, it is just a infection below the foreskin. The WBCs which are present there, that will be seen in the semen, and sometimes wrongly it will be given as pus cells, because it was just a contaminant below the foreskin of the penis, and because that has come, now it is misinterpreted here as leukocytospermia. So whenever you see pus cells in excess, you will have to ask the patient for the way he has collected the sample. We might have to even ask for a repeat semen sample, and then be thoroughly sure that this is not a contaminant. Hematospermia. Hematospermia is whenever there is blood in the semen. So this can happen whenever there is a sexually transmitted infection, urinary tract infection, whenever there is epididymis, urethritis, prostatitis, whenever there is a trauma, forceful masturbation or forceful sexual activity, or there could be high BP, or the patient is on any blood thinning agents, etc. That can cause blood in the semen. And also in few cases of cancers like prostate or testicular cancer, that can also produce blood in the semen. Sometimes when we see that the sperm count is very less, and also the semen volume is also very less, we do something called as semen fructose test. So fructose is one which is produced by the seminal vesicle. That is the one which is giving the sperms the energy. So suppose if there is any blockage of the seminal vesicle, or the seminal vesicle is not developed only, or there is a blockage of the ejaculatory duct, or the vas deferens is blocked, or vas deferens is absent, all these conditions can give rise to low semen fructose or absent semen fructose. So absence of seminal vesicle, obstruction of the ejaculatory duct, inflammation of the seminal vesicle, as well as a blockage of the ejaculatory duct, congenital absence of vas, can all lead to less fructose or low fructose. Sometimes because of retrograde ejaculation, क्या हो जाता है, instead of going into the urethra, the semen goes into the urinary bladder. So the volume of the semen also will be very less. So then also we will get low fructose or no fructose on the semen. So sometimes we do the post-voidal urine pair, we do the fructose test to see whether if it is positive, it suggests that it could be a retrograde ejaculation. And we also look for the sperm agglutination. Agglutination क्या है? When the motile sperms, they come together, they agglutinate. They might be agglutinating from head to head, or tail to tail, or from head to tail, or they might all be tangled. We have different grades of agglutination also. This agglutination can also impair the sperm motility. Agglutination is different from aggregation, because in aggregation what happens? It is the immotile sperm which come together, or the motile sperms may be attached to a debris or some other cells, etc. What causes sperm agglutination? Anti-sperm antibodies that can affect the sperm to agglutinate together. Very high concentration of the sperm can cause sperm agglutination. Changes of the pH because of the accessory gland inflammation, infection, that can cause sperm agglutination. Fever, etc. can cause sperm agglutination. Certain type of bacterial infection can cause sperm agglutination. That is all about the various parameters in semen analysis. Remember, you should always correlate the findings with the patient's symptoms and other findings to come to a conclusion. Semen analysis is a basic test and a very important test when we start the workup of infertility. To give a correct report to the patient makes a lot of difference in the treatment, and it will help the clinician also to give the right treatment. May it be artificial reproductive techniques, or may it be certain medicines, may it be changes in the diet, may it be changes in the lifestyles, etc., which would help the patient to bring some changes to improve his fertility and to have a child. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.